This video is for week 15 homework. Question 1, write the equivalent fraction. 5/9 is equal to 25 what? So we can think about how did we go from 5 to 25? We multiplied by 5, so we multiply 9 by 5 to get that missing denominator. So 5/9 is equal to 25/45. 9/12 is equal to blank fourths. Okay, this time we can think about how did we go from 12 to 4. My number got smaller, so I needed to divide. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. So 9 divided by 3 equals 3. 9/12 is equivalent to 3/4. 5/6 is equal to 20 blank. So again, I'm going to think in multiplication this time because my number got bigger. 5 times 4 equals 20. 6 times 4 equals 24. So 5/6 is equivalent to 20/24. Question 2, list the first 5 multiples of each number. Multiples are those numbers that we say when we're counting by a certain number. So you can see in the bottom, list the first 5 multiples of 4. It's 4 times 1 is 4, times 2 is 8, 12, 16, 20. So to list the multiples of 3, I'm thinking, okay, 1 times 3, or 3 times 1, then 3 times 2. So here I go, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Those are the first 5 multiples of 3. Multiples of 8, I'm going to count by 8s. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. Use the chart below to answer the question. So this chart shows the customary units of length and their equivalencies. How many inches are there in 4 feet? We can see that in 12, there are 12 inches in 1 foot. And we're trying to figure out how many inches that would be in 4 feet. So I can set up this proportion to help me. 1 times 4 gets me to 4. So 12 times 4 is 48. There are 48 inches in 12 feet. Use the chart below to answer the question. So this chart shows you equivalencies for time. How many hours are in 5 days? So I want to first figure out, okay, there are 24 hours in 1 day. So I'm trying to figure out how many hours are in 5 days. So I am thinking about 1 times 5 to get me to that 5 days. So 24 times 5 to get me to 24 times 5 equals 120. So there are 120 hours in 5 days. Question 5, complete the table, look for a pattern. So the fraction 1/5 is equivalent to the decimal 2/10. That is because if we look at 1/5, it's equal to the fraction 2/10, and so we can write that decimal equivalency. When we talk about percent, it means per 100, and so we can be thinking about a ratio out of 100 to get to percent. So 2/10 is the same as 20 out of 100, or 20%. Here we have 2/5, so that means 2/5, that's double, so I'm going to double my decimals. So 2/5 is equivalent to 4/10. I can show you that in fraction form. 4/10, see, we multiply by 2, multiply by 2. And then if 1/5 is 20%, 4/10 is 40%. Okay, and now you can probably start seeing a pattern. So 1/5, 2/10, 2/5, 4/10. If 4/5 is 8/10, we can fill in that 3/5 is 6/10. And I can start to see my pattern on the bottom. 20%, 40%, this would be 60%. 5/5, of course, is the decimal number 1, or 1 and 0/10, if you want to write it like that. 5 out of 5, if you think about if you were taking a test and you got 5 out of 5 on the test, you would have 100%. So the percent for 5/5 is 100%. Now we have 6/5, so that is the 5/5 plus 1 more fifth. And so our decimal would be 1 and 2/10, and our percent would be 120%.